Where's the rage? Here we are once again. And the topic, we're September 30th. Da, 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 da. Yeah, today is a good friend of mine's birthday, Jerome Clark. Happy birthday out there in Los Angeles. And also, today we're going to talk about ISIS. Yes, ISIS. That's the news. That's the news. ISIS. Obama got pulled in, kicking and screaming to go against ISIS. Want to go. Now they're all blaming him. He should have acted before. Or naive people actually believe that if we had 5 or 10,000 people in Iraq at the time, that we could have averted all this. Or if we had attacked Assad and knocked out his missiles and all that stuff when the red line thing that Obama said, I have a red line for Syria, that ISIS would not exist. This is so naive. You don't have to go to school to realize. All you got to do is grow up in a big city with their gangs. You'd get it. Let me tell you, 5,000 or 10,000 troops in Iraq and bombing Assad at the beginning of that whole Syrian revolution thing would not change the dynamics of what's going on. It's not changing Somalia. That Clinton was there. Boom, boom. Do you realize we've been bombing Iraq since 1991? 20-some years of bombing. Nothing has changed. If we would have left Saddam, at least Saddam would have kept the Iranians in check, and the Iranians would not be exporting terrorism. I thought it was so... Netanyahu, I don't like Netanyahu, but he was right. Here's this guy from Iran who's been exporting revolution to like Hezbollah and everything else. The bombing of the embassy in Argentina. Was it an Israeli embassy or it was some cultural center where there were Jews were involved in this as victims once again. And, it all pointed to agents in Argentina by Iran. So please, the Iranians talking about, so we're arming maybe we are arming the next terrorist, the Free Syrian Army, just like we armed the Taliban, just like we gave the Taliban Stinger missiles, just like we gave Osama bin Laden lots and lots of money, just like we gave Saddam Hussein every weapon he wanted. Should I continue or should I just shut up and not embarrass our government anymore? Listen, if you think 5 to 10,000 soldiers or bombing Syria 9 months ago, a year ago, I have some people who actually believe that would change the dynamics. Listen, it's not going to change Somalia, even after Clinton, Black Hawk down. It's not going to change Libya after we helped bomb the heck out of Gaddafi. Gaddafi was killed. Guess what? Chaos in Libya. It's not going to help the Nigerians fighting their Islamic extremists. It's not going to help Afghanistan with the Taliban. It's not going to have Pakistan with its extremists who killed one of my favorite politicians, Benazir Bhutto. I just finished reading her book. It was like, wow. Was she telling us what was going on a long time? Pick up that book. It's Benazir Bhutto's last book. She was Prime Minister of Pakistan. She was educated in the West, and she was in exile. She came back, and of course, the extremists killed her. Oh my God! The republics in southern Russia. We got Iraq. We got Syria. We got problems in Jordan, in Saudi Arabia. The Saudis are involved, which Obama was right. I was amazed of the coalition Obama got, because when Bush wanted his coalition, Bush number 2, I think he got Micronesia. I think Poland came in and Great Britain came in, which was the end of Tony Blair. We've said this before. So, that he got all these Arabs in, that after his speech, the Netherlands stepped up, Belgium stepped up, Australia stepped up, Great Britain came in, which they were out at the beginning after the speech Obama gave at the UN. Listen, Obama, it's over. I feel sorry for him. I like Obama. I think he tried. And everything he tried did not go well for him. But history will be really, really kind to him, because he went kicking and screaming in this. He doesn't believe in letting our boys become fertilizers for hummus farms out there, garbanzos. He doesn't believe in us wasting all our tax money. We've been involved in this Middle East area now for decades. It just gets worse and worse. And now it has moved out of that Middle East to include countries like Pakistan, Afghanistan. The Russians and their southern republics are having problems too. Mamma mia, forget Ukraine and the pro-Russians and the anti-Russians or whatever. That conflict has hope. But this extremist ideology, yes. The speeches by Netanyahu, the speeches by Obama, they all brought that this stuff is... Netanyahu is a little disingenuous, He does everything he can to upset the Palestinians. He keeps building settlements. He keeps claiming land that is supposed to be part of the Palestinian state. Simone Peres in an interview said, we have to give them a state. In other words, the survival of Israel, whether you agree or disagree, will depend on whether there's a state or there's not a state. Part of all these issues, as generous or disingenuous as they might be, all relate to the Palestinian state. That's what they keep using in order to kill each other. Oh, there's no Palestinian state, that's why we're doing this. Boom, boom, boom. It's almost like Fidel Castro's embargo. The U.S. has an embargo. Everything that goes wrong in Cuba, it's the U.S. embargo. So, we give it to them. So, that is ISIS. That's the big thing on the news. What I think is nobody knows what's going to happen. Everybody knows this is a crapshoot. I mean, come on. We train the Iraqis for 10 years. We give them everything we can in their arsenal, and they run? Do we train that bad? I mean, I'm from the old Vietnam generation. The South Vietnamese at the end, those who wanted to fight were not enough. Let's say that. Those who wanted to fight against North Vietnam were not enough. And we had to go in there and fight. The rest is history, okay? So, don't let... I had a friend who says the media has double standards on Facebook. He's right. It does. But I guess he's of the belief that bombs and soldiers and these little things that we do, if we left soldiers there, as if we're going to police every corner from Morocco all the way out to Turkey and the old Ottoman Empire. This is part of that colonialism who put people to live together who don't like each other. Bingo. The expansion of these empires. French, the English, the Germans in the Congo, Belgium, Congo also. It's sad. Everything that's done has there's a consequence. Maybe not now, but later. It's like smoking. 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, it's coming your way. So, on ISIS, don't believe the hype. If they come here, don't worry. We're armed to the T. Our police is military. Our police has guns in their eyeballs. I guess they got guns sticking out of their heads. So don't worry. We're fine. And we end ISIS with that. And I guess there'll be a part 2 and a part 3. Keep watching the news. It's like a soap opera. Who's in? Who's out? What was done? What was not done? I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. FirstCoast.tv. Keep an eye for it. It's coming your way. And if you got any comments, where's the rage? Where is the rage at FirstCoast.tv? Talk to you later. Bye-bye.